Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon.
Paimon coming in!
The real
Paimon
sun
coming in!
is
Is
long
this level
gone.
okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out.
Reboot.
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you
Everything
take a
in this
rest while I
world
go
runs in a
back?
loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Guess we
Everything
can
in
rest
this
a bit.
world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. real sun is long gone.
There's a strange wandering.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out.
Really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wandering.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point
Guess
to
we
in
can
the
rest
end
a
is a
bit.
small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out.
I
So
still
no
have a
matter
lot
how
to do with
strange or
the
spooky
game.
things
How
may
about
look
you
on the
take a rest
surface,
while I go back?
maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small
You
and
should
simple
really bring the
secret.
Knights of Favonius
In the
with you
end,
next time.
I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
I still have a lot to
In
do
the
with the
end,
game. How about you
I'm
take
just-
a rest while I go back?
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Error.
Pillanat. Szép jó estét mindenkinek. Most ami azt illeti, ha jól láttam, akkor kicsit technikai modör lépett fel.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. real sun is long gone.
Hogy állítsam be azt, hogy ne hallopszódjanak ki a mikrofonba.
There's a strange wanderer near moving.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Nem így terveztem, csak a gépen beadta a
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out.
I still have a lot to
So
do
no
with the
matter
game.
how
How
strange or
about you
spooky
take a
things
rest
may
while
look
I
on
go
the
back?
surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Szükesen.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
Ez -46 valamiért.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
You
Everything
should
in
really
this
bring the
world
Knights
runs
of
in a loop.
Favonius with you next time.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun
Ilyen a hang.
is long gone.
Hangban. Hogy
Everyone
halad?
can hear your voice.
Jó egyáltalán a hang, most már azért viszonylag tisztább is a hangom, gondolom.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no
Guess we
matter
can
how
rest a bit.
strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe
Na. Hát igen, akkor mai terv az az, hogy a Sumerut elkezdjük felfedezni. Úgyhogy engem egyébként alapból nagyon zavarnak ezek a
Come take a look.
felkiáltó jelecskék, hogy itt vannak folyamatosan. Sőt, nem is el fogunk kezdeni Sumeruval, hanem kipróbáljuk a Sumerut. Egy pillanat, hogy senkinek lerepítsem a fejét, úgyhogy köhögni fogok. Igen. Szívem, nézel?
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Something that catches your eye.
Na. Most szépen beszedjük. A napikat most hagyjuk a nap végére, vagy a cím végére. Igen, igen, jó. Oho. Ja, oho. Jöttek ilyenek, hogy... Értem, most már meg majd kívánni is fogunk valószínűleg. Szia Ella. Hangom hallatszódik rendesen? Oké. Meg mit akartam megkérdezni? Meg úgy tisztán? Tehát, hogy nincsen semmi külső zaj, ami bezavarna. Na, szuper, rendszernek örülök.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that
Ja, igen, és akkor azt akartam, hogy nem ezt. Hát próbáljuk ki az új Sumerus karaktereket. Mondjuk az híjas karakterek annyira nem jönnek be.
Ha! Can't see. Keep up.
Aztán még így kiderül, hogy nincs fel.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Az így. Na.
My, you're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy. Leave it all to me. It's a good night, Shun. Let's spark things up.
I hear everything.
Kicsit gyorsabban végeztem, mint ahogy a burst el tudott volna múlni. Jó, nézzük a Kolira, mert ott most az előbb kipróbáltuk Kolit is. Viszont tudod beszedni Timót belőle. Na, azért. Ne, ezt nem akartam. Pontosabban nem így akartam. Akkor azon minden módosított. Ja, igen, látom. Az volna, hogy után módosított gyorsan.
You're in for a little shock.
Na, gyerünk, gyertek, ide.
Order guide you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quake. Crumble.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Hello, hello.
Come a little closer.
Igen, halkítok, csak most éppen játékot, nem is aztán lehet
We'll be frozen in time. Dodge this.
Éppen túl harcognia.
Freeze. Quake. I will have order.
Hangját.
Rise.
Cool it. Frostbite.
Surrender and I'll be gentle. Come a little closer. You're in for...
Quake.
Igen, tudom. Még nem tudom átállítani, mert a játékot nem tudom látni.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze.
Na. Akkor viszont... Így. Jó, most állítok rajta, hogy jobb legyen, mert...
Everything in this world runs in a loop. Ask for the truth. That's on you to find out.
Erre
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Igen. Az a trailer, viszont most már jó, valószínűleg most már jobb egyébként a hangom a játékhoz képest, de majd mindjárt megmondjátok. Egy kicsit legyen ő. Meg ha lehetőségem nyílik rá, miután összegyűjtöttem 3200 primogemet, akkor utána kívánok 2 darab 20-ast. Pontosabban 1 darab 20-ast. Pontosabban 2 darab 10-est. Na, csak kinyögöm végre. Jó, nagyon jó. Igen, már kitapasztaltam azt, hogy mennyire kell lehalkítanom az asztal audióját, hogy hallani lehessen az én hangomat. Ez tök jó, hogy végre tudtam. Viszont csomó mindent nem tudtam, mert ugye, mint mondtam, jó megviccelt a technika, pontosabban épp ellenkezőleg nem viccelt meg, hanem kibaszott velem. De rendesen. Tökre készültem, hogy ma streamelni fogok. Erre a gépen fogja magát, az be se kapcsolja a monitorokat. De a monitorok működnek, gép is működik, szóval nem értem, hogy mi a problémája. Viszont most nekem hangos a játék. Szóval egyre... Szóval ki vagyok most egy picit akadva. De nem azért vagyok itt, hogy panaszkodjak. Na, ti még ráértek. Na. Jó, hát akkor... Lessük meg... következő állomásunkat. Mire odaig feljutok. Na. Né. Erre megnyitja a zoomot. Egyébként... Hát ez nagyon jó. Hát ez nagyon jó. Véletlen. Egyébként meg áthelyeztem az asztalodat, mert nem volt túl jó helyem. Ja, jössz nagy képernyőn nézni, mi? Most ezzel nem így lószart csinálja. Meg vagy. Meg. Egyébként most már tudtok kiváltani csatornapontokat. Mennyi pontod van?
300.
Még csak annyi. Na mindegy, majd... Fú, basszus, tudom, mit felejtettem ebbe állítani. Na mindegy, majd hétfőre. Talán.
We'll need a strategy.
Jó, ha tudtok várni még egy picit, akkor egy gyors beállítást még intézek. Pipijé. Talán ezt vissza. Jó.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Most a trailernek van hangja még mindig?
Igen, hallom.
Na fasza. Kocsika?
Everything in this world runs in a loop. As for the truth, that's on you to find out.
Akkor ezt üzeljük. Most is? A hangja? Vagy most pont nincs?
须弥与以往的大版本不太一样，它含有雨林和沙漠两大部分。在设计过程中要注意的地方非常多，主要体现的是当地特色、核心主题以及幻想处理这三部分。雨林部分的风貌给人的感受就是山峦连绵的感觉，区别于里约的柱状形式、倒砌的横切硬朗。须弥的山石更加符合热带湿润的地区特征，这种偏柔性轮廓的山石结合古代巨树，贯穿在整个地块。植被方面，我们找了非常多当地特色的植被做参考，主要体现的是鲜活、生命力、湿润感以及热带特征。沙漠有沙漠风暴、绿洲、渴望水的植被、被风沙侵蚀的岩石、巨大、神圣、具有历史感的遗迹。整体的设计既表现雨林和沙漠的自然魅力，又揉进了很多幻想元素。我们一直在尝试设计的边界感，我们不想做非常现实的设计，也不能过多的放飞，需要做好异国风情、幻想度以及真实感之间的平衡。各个区域的主视觉同样非常重要，须弥的世界设定本身给视觉的多样性提供了非常好的支持，有各种各样奇幻的内容。这些内容根据玩家的游玩体验以及美术逻辑安放在各个区域，这样玩家的视觉感受和情绪变化都会更舒适一些，整体的游戏体验也会更好。
玩家初到这片奇幻森林，会发现一座建立在巨树上的城市。在这片被草神护佑着的国度，你会遇见一群可爱的小精灵。小精灵可是只有小朋友才可以发现它们哦，需要你帮他们解决一系列隐藏在森林深处的危机，才可以获得他们的信任。在这个过程中，你会发现非常多的未知区域，有长满参天巨树且常年下雨的森林，有因为未知原因导致衰败的森林，也有巨大的伞状发光植物形成的特殊生态区域。在另一片森林中，你还会发现一个巨大的机器人。
Igen, ez szándékos volt. Most már azért gondolom, most már hallatok rendesen. Na, jó. Nagyon kibaszik velem a technika most ma. De most jó, nem?
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Igen, tudom, csak a Genshin-t ezt valami nem engedi úgy beállítani, hogy játékot vegyen, és hogyha kilépek belőle, akkor ilyen. Viszont ha összegyűjtötök 1500 mi a fenét, aktát, akkor ki tudjátok váltani ezt a hangot. Én most nem fogom tudni szerintem, mert hát bár mondjuk egy próbát teszünk, egy pillanatot, kérek szépen. Órák kérdése. De jó. Ide. Ne repüljön le a fejetek, úgyhogy ezt most kikapcsolom. Na, ha minden igaz, akkor most ez ilyen teszt próbla. Na, kinek repítettem rá a fejét?
I still have a lot to do with the guild.
Jó van, meg vagyunk.
You take a
Na,
rest while I go back.
most, hogy kiszórakoztam ezzel magam, először is föltöltöm a kedves delikvenst. Delikvenst. Közben jelentkvens, az úgy nem jön ki. Itt nagyon hülye hallatszódott. Köszönöm szépen. Ez most jól esett.
Így kell nyújtózkodni.
Úgy kell nyújtózkodni, azt mondod? Ó, basszus, be tudtam volna állítani még izét is, webkamerát is. Na mindegy, most már. Most már mindegy. Na most már nem húzom tovább az időt, mert végén ezzel megy el az egész stream, hogy én itt állítgatok össze-vissza befele mindenséget. Majd egyszer majd az is. Von ma.
Na, elbasztam.
Ja, tudom, nem tudsz írni. Most már értem. Na, vissza a remote-hoz. Megyünk.
Sumeru.
Sumeru? Kezem. Sumeru? Kezem. Sumeru? Kezem. Jó, befejeztem a játékot. Pontosabban nem ezt, hanem a hülyéskedést. De biztos, hogy lesz olyan streamem, lehet, hogy hétfőre rakom azt a streamet, ami ilyen beállítós stream lesz. Hogy az Ella gépén is tudják streamelni, hogyha tényleg előfordulna a hétfőn is az a probléma, ami eddig is. És ha minden igaz, akkor innen kezdődik a sztori. Akkor mégse. Jé, egy kakadú. Ezt meg lehet ölni?
Meg.
Érkecomb, nyom. Na. De jó, megglitcseltem a két fa közé. Először még nem oda megyünk, hanem felvesszük azt a lootocskát. Neked viccesebb hangod van.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the nation of wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the god of wisdom, maybe she can give
Ez a repülő az a emergency food a játékban. A játék elején poénkodnak ezzel, hogy Paimon egy emergency food. Alright, sounds like a plan.
But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
Hello, Darkstar. Na, beszélni még nem tudok. Mondjuk eddig se tudtam. Hello, mi a helyzet? Jön ott valaki.
There's someone up ahead. Perfect timing. Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions.
Ha? És megy tovább. Mi a... És megy tovább? Tehát, hogy... Igen, most én is azt kezdem. Hát igen, Paimon, most neked van igazad ebben. Nyilván én ma halucinálok is, pontosabban hallok is. A follow her-t helyett azt értettem, hogy follower. Na. Kezdődik az új rész. Ezek az izgalmas részek. Az ott mi?
Próbáld meg, T betű. Még messzebb. T betű. Legyen jobban a kép. T betű. Segíteni. Több ilyen.
Jó, hát most... Így sikerült.
Nem kell annyit mászni.
Ide is én nem érzem. Hagyjad, az nem működik. Na, mi a fene van? Jó. Na, menjél vissza menjél. Jó. Nyitjuk le. Mi történt? Hát nem érzem túl jól magam. Én se. Ez én miután túl sokat ittam. Cirip. Ne spoilerezz. Feltételezem, most az álmomban vagyok. Erre maradni. Erre vártam egész héten. Úgy akartam, hogy veletek együtt. Úgy, mert úgy az igazi. De ti is élvezitek azt, amit én is. Azt hiszem, most fogok felkelni. Sejtem, hogy kivel fog beszélni. Igen. Koli! Hello! Ébren vagyok, srácok, ide figyeljetek most már. Mondjuk ilyenkor nem lenne utolsó, hogyha megszólalna a Traveler. Legalább annyit. Emeletileg van hangja. Most nem tudom eldönteni, hogy Paimon ideges, vagy megnyugodott. Sumeru valakinek a lakásán.
It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no.
Szóval nem beszél angolul a Traveler, vagy japánul?
Didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
Ő valami isteni nyelvet beszél?
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
Ah, jó tudni.
Whoops!
Hát gondolom, hogy nem fognak kitalálni még egy Klingon jellegzetű nyelvet. Az kicsit hosszabb lett volna. Semmi, hagyja békén.
As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier, but now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense? Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Mert én azt mondtam.
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari. Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know!
Nyugi van, Paimon. Úgyis a végén megeszlek téged.
What? vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tighnari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. That settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Jaj, ma hogy elfelejtettem ezeket a jelöléseket. Ott egy dendrokulusz. Jó napot, bácsi! Na igen, ezt akartam elkerülni.
Next, let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Ja, rendben. Ha nem haragszatok, most egy 5 perc szünetet tartok, mert van még egy dolog, amit be kell, hogy állítsak. De igyekszem minél gyorsabban. Közben addig itt figyelek mindent, meg itt leszek hangban is, úgyhogy csak a valami hangos trailer fog következni, ami kínaiul van. Vagy japánul? Fene tudja.
须弥与以往的大版本不太一样，它含有雨林和沙漠两大部分。 须弥与以往的大版本不太一样，它含有雨林和沙漠两大部分。在设计过程中要注意的地方非常多，主要体现的是当地特。须弥与以往的大版本不太一样，它含有雨林和沙漠两大部分。在设计过程中要注意的地方非常多，主要体现的是当地特色、核心主题以及幻想处理这三部分。雨林部分的风貌给人的感受就是山峦连绵的感觉，区别于里月的柱状形式、倒砌的横切硬朗。须弥的山石更加符合热带湿润的地区特征，这种偏柔性轮廓的山石结合古代巨树，贯穿在整个地块。植被方面，我们找了非常多当地特色的植被做参考，主要体现的是鲜活、生命力、湿润感以及热带特征。沙漠有沙漠风暴。
Na de jó, ezért azt arrébb rakta. Másik felét azt meg cseszte arrébb rakni. Elnézéseteket kérem. Órák kérdése. Na. Ezt megszem. Jó, akkor még egyszer. Talán most. Aha. Aha, jó. Sikerült.
Tenari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tanari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger. Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals.
Jó, rendben. Műkszik.
As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
5 dusk birds flew by.
Nothing wrong with these 2 lamps. Let's move to the next ones.
Jé. Narutóból itt hagyták a belenyt. Ja, ez nem is Naruto, mi az? A léghajlító.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good.
Jé, új gyümölcs. Na, elmentek ki a súnyiba most már.
Is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Itt egy macsek.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you.
Kicsit összezavarodott.
By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like? That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukudavata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? Huh? Greater Lord Rukudavata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon? Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukudavata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana. Uh-huh. Then what happened? Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest. Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru? Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand. No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
Köszi ma már, köszi.
Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Neked meg jó fagyizás meg sörözést.
Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice.
Helyes, úgy kell
She
ezt.
answers the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry. Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber. Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird. It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber? Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up. Ah, so that's how you knew. Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry. That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them. Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon? So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story. Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean. You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Na. Ja, ezt akartam. Ja, hogy oda. Hát, megnézzük, hogy jutok oda. Aha, ott van egy... Aha, jó, megvan, látom. Hát ez nem sokat segített. Na. Menjünk föl, szépen, lassan, komfortosan. Egyszer majd megérkezünk. Hello, hello. Majdnem. Kicsit most elhallgattattam Paimont. Mi a... Kicsit sok a teleport waypont. Ja, igen, most ki kéne lépni innen. Mindenképpen, hát valószínűleg kelleni fog a többi questhez, vagyis mondjuk a quest a többi részéhez kelleni fog a Dendro. Feltételezem én. Kusanali. Jaj, tényleg elfelejtettem, hogy azt látjuk, mindig ilyen lepukkantnak néznek ki, aztán amikor összegyűjtöm azokat a dendrokuluszokat, akkor majd felépül szépen, szépre. Jó, király. Na, mindjárt felvesszük ezt a szép kis lootot, amink jött. Meet up with Collie. Őt felveszem. Na. Ami azt jelenti, hogy if freely in the forest. Most nem pont erre gondoltam, de ez is jó. Hehe. Jó. Na. Akkor meet up with Collie.
Be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. By the way, Kale, have you ever seen any small creatures scurrying around the forest? You know, that kind of look like a veggie. creature that looks like a veggie? Well, I guess Master would say something like, all plants are living organisms, so they also fall under the category of creatures. Wow, fascinating! It almost sounds like an imaginary creature that you hear kids always talking about. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for anything like it. Oh, I almost forgot. Are you two hungry? I packed some food and water for us.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
Paimon mindig a foodra gondol. Miközben arra nem gondol, hogy lehet, hogy ő a food.
Hey! Don't be a party pooper! It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops! No! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So,
De.
Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Köszönöm szépen, nyújtózkodom is. Az igen. Az szép volt.
Sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Hát akkor following day 8 óra. De szép.
Most nézd.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Hello.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Én is.
You mean she's sick?
Megkönnyítik a dolgomat.
Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Rendben. Hova követlek én téged? Lejjebb.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant.
Köszönöm szépen Vonnára ezért figyelmeztetést, már is kinyújtom magam. Pontosabban egyenes háttal ülök tovább.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari.
Itt ő mellettem.
We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long
Hát amíg nincsen droidom, addig meg kamerám, addig ő a biokamera.
I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Az a jó, hogy ezt én is értettem.
But it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Most meg leszek kövezve, de én nekem annyira nem jön be a Star Wars.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species.
Jó, majd megcsináljuk. Mindent is lehet, mindent megcsinálunk majd. Ja, jut eszembe egyébként, lehet javasolni, mert még nagyon az elején vagyok a dolognak, úgyhogy szívesen várom a javaslatokat ezekhez a dolgokhoz. Ezt nem hiszem el. Óra kérdéses összegyűjtöm azt a herbst. Ezek a szarok nem hagyják békén az embert, sose. Ezek tudom, mire emlékeztetnek. A vektörökre a Inazumában. Hello! Na, viszlát! Még mindig éltek? Az jó volt. Hello, hello, szia! Mi a helyzet? Na, csak megtaláltam. Alkalomattá még lehet, hogy kívánok is.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Elmész a sonyiba most már. Úgyis nekem kell megtalálni. Van egy pár. Ők vannak most nekem. Diluc, Raiden, Jelán, Kokomi, Kazuha, Chao, Kuching, Yemiko, Mona, Aloy, illetve Child. Ők vannak 12-en, pontosabban 11-en, mert a 12. az a Traveler. Köszönöm szépen a biteket időközben.
Úgyhogy kapol mindjárt. Úgyhogy kapsz. Támogatlak.
Let me take a look. Good, very
Erre majd mondok egy jó sztorit.
excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Megvárom a dialógot.
You even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Na, szóval igazából a Mikónak is jó egy sztoria, mert én Mikót ki akartam húzni, viszont abból azt hiszem egy 50/50-es veszítés lett, és én nekem szokásom az, hogy egyesével húzogatok, és nem várom meg, míg összegyűlik egy 10-es púrra a primogem. És így nagyjából a bannernek az utolsó előtti 2 napjában viseltem rá, és pont kijött. De ugyanez igaz a Childra is, ő is úgy jött ki, hogy ilyen utolsó pillanatokban. Raiden pedig ő hamar kijött, viszont a következő banneren rá elég soft pitire megkaptam Kokomit is. Az egy csicsi sem rossz egyébként, én nagyon szeretném őt, pedig sokan nem bírják.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly.
Köszönöm szépen a biteket. Én is szeretlek szívem.
Deep in the river valley, it's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Én nincs szükségem rá.
He may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Ezt szeretem egyébként a Genshinben, hogy annyira jól meg vannak csinálva a karakterek, és van, hogy nem tudod, hogy mondjam, most nem tudom kifejezni magam. Genshinben nekem egyébként speciál nem a maga a karakterek, hanem maga a dizájnok jönnek be. Tehát egyszerűen minden az, ami maga a környezet, a ruháknak a működése, mechanikák. A karakterek közül nekem egyébként Miko, aki... Jó van, Déluk, most kussoljál. Szóval a Miko, aki nagyon tetszik, aki még nagyon, az a Kokomi. Csak Miko az még nincsen fölfejlesztve, azért nincs a csapatomban, pedig ő lenne a negyedik talán, vagy nem, a harmadik jelen helyett, mert most jelen van fölfejlesztve. Üzenek örülök viszont, hogy a Kolit megkapjuk az eventből. Hogy legalább legyen egy dendros karakter is a csapatban.
Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go. First we must locate.
Köszönöm szépen. Nem tudom eldönteni, hogy ez egy hóember? Hóember és egy normál. Ha megnézed végig a bitet, akkor egy hóember, aztán jön egy normál. Jó pofa, köszönöm. Nekem egyébként ajakkal nagyon kellett, amikor Banneren volt, hát nem sikerült. Úgyhogy azt hiszem pont utána jött valamelyik Banneren a jelen, vagy nem tudom melyik, de hogy pont úgy jött ki, hogy utána jött valaki. Nem tudom már, hogy ki volt. Ajaka után. Ajaja?
Úgy is hívják.
Mi ez a vörös bigyó? Ja, el tudom mi ez. Aha, értem. Na, megfulladhatnám már végre. Ezt tudom micsoda, most már értem. Ja, aim shot. Fasza. Ouch. Fasza. Na, én is okos vagyok. Vizet a vízzel. Ja, most olvasom a kommentet, köszönöm szépen a segítséget. Nekem ajákkal nagyon nehezen lett meg, először 86 pitén egy csicsi, majd letelepünk. De a banner véget is úgy voltam, hogy mező kis kristályt teszek. Meg legyen, mert nagyon szeretném. Kés eset garantáltan 84-vel. Majd 2 napra később meghosszabbították a bannerit. Ja igen, tényleg az ajaka volt a májusban a banneren. Igen, ott a közbeszólt náluk a Covid. És visszatámad a rohadék. És komoly?
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Hát én is így gondolom. Take it easy. Na, most már hagyja békén. Ó, meg.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Szevasz, helloka. Na, most már megdögölhetné végre. Hát ugye... lesz... Én a 3.3-ba tudom, hogy vagy 3.4-be azt hiszem, akkor lesz a... legalábbis a leakek szerint akkor lesz a Scaramouche-nak majd, de az nem Riran. Az egy nem tudom milyen Riranok lesznek 3.1-ben. Pedig annak már kilékelődnie kellett volna, hogy milyen Riranok lesznek.
Szerintem albedó is lesz.
Hogy?
Szerintem albedó lesznek. Decemberben.
Na most szeptember jön.
Utau, meg ezek.
Majd megnézem. Most így pontosan nem tudom, hogy milyen riranok lehetnek most így a 3.1-ben. Ugye egy új karakter tudunk, a Sino vagy Sino? De biztos, hogy ő lesz a egyik karakter. Ha jól tudom, akkor lesz Kokomi is. Tényleg Kokomi lesz az egy Vagy ez... Lehet, hogy ez most lesz majd a Phase 2-ban. De most... Nem tudom most pontosan.
Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Aha. Ha hihetünk a leakeknek, akkor... várjál? Pillanat. Még nem leakelődött ki, ha jól látom. De... ugye Raidennek nem rég volt. Azt tudom, hogy Kokomi volt leaken, csak nem tudom, hogy melyikbe. Még elméletileg Ganyu, meg Kokomi lesz a rerunban, ha minden igaz.
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Hogy miről?
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Ja. Ha már itt vagyok, akkor ezeket szeretem aktiválni. Aha. Köszönöm szépen! Aha, megvan, hogy mit felejtettem el beállítani, de ezt most már majd a következő alkalomra beállítgatom. Adja békén a Fatuival? Most éppen teleport fate pontot aktiválok. Megnézzük, hogy mennyi primogemünk van. Valószínűleg nem annyira sok, amennyit akarok. Aha, meg úgy nagyjából 800-at kéne összegyűjtenem, hogy meglegyen a 20 pull. Nem. Én már megint ott van egy léghajlító tehén. Az anyja köcsögét, hát ez hihetetlen. Aha, ezt sejtem. Tudom. Ja. Hogy ez nem olyan? Nem olyan, mint az a slime, ami kiugrik a tűzből.
Nem, dendróval.
De mondjuk nem ártana átraknom dendros, tehát beraknom ide valahova. Mondjuk jelen az most pont jól jön.
There's still a long road ahead.
Ohó. Jó tudni. Ilyen felfedező módba kapcsoltunk. Mondjuk ez nem volt jó ötlet. Hol vagy? Gyere ide. Mi az anyám ott? Jaj, hello, szevasz kis cukika. Ügyj vissza! Ügyél vissza! Hello, cukika vagy. Jó, figyelj! Ups. Volt cica, nincs cica. De meg mit röhögsz itt mellettem? Mi az anyád? Ez így... Ez így most mi? Itt van hőve az a szutyok. Na, óvatosan. Upszika, véletlenül összeszedtem egy dendroculus, de nem baj.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with the weird expression on her face? Just let Paimon read it. All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, you two bring these to her.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with
Egyébként baromi érdekes.
What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Nem probléma, egyébként. Hogy mondjam. Eddig nem sok olyan dolog tört, annyira izgalmas dolog. Az első fél órában talán volt egy-két izgalmas dolog, főleg amikor én ezt próbáltam.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come.
Ez most spoiler volt?
Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Szerintem azért gondolt, a mostani sztorira. Hát itt is lassan bontakozik ki az lassan bontakoznak ki az események, közben azért felfedezek, meg azért próbálom minél élvezetesebbé tenni. Hozzá nekünk is.
I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Acacia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Aha, na nézzük mi a letet kaptunk. Hát ez most nem segített. Stella itt bontogatja mellettem a fagyit. És nem tudom elolvasni. Miért nem tudom elolvasni? Az anyját köcsögét. Ja, itt van az első dendrosigil. Egy kicsit beton keményé fagyott nálunk. Fogásznál voltál? Engem is az ellen folyamatosan zaklat, hogy ezzel jelentkezzek már befogászatra.
Acacia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Nos.
Acacia?
Eltűnt.
Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Hát nekünk a fogkő lekeszedés, vagy fogkő tisztítás. Mindenképpen. Nem szeretek fogorvoshoz járni egyébként, nagyon utálom őket. Mindig olyan ellenszembesek. Tik-tuk, 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 tik-tuk. Ez kicsit gubára hasonlít. Egyébként tudni kell, Guba az egyik karakternek az ilyen konkrétan állatkája. Lényegében egy tüzet okádó medvéről van szó. Nem tudom, hogy mihez tudnám hasonlítani. A tarját azt szeretem.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
Nem inkább tárja?
Wait, why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Fogalmazás gátló, te jó Isten. Először majdnem elhittem egyébként. Jaj, köd, azt nem szeretjük, nem szeretjük a ködös területeket. Hello. De hogy? Relax. Igen, és kussolhatnám már most már. Megijedtem. Köszönöm szépen a követést! Igen, már rájöttem, hogy ugrálni kell rajta. Bejutottam, hehe. Jézus, mi történik? Hello?
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Boom. Ma megint? Tényleg? Nem már. Oké. Itt találtam. You will sometimes find primroses in and sealed path that correspond to them. Well, that's aha. Ezek. Hello. Mérges gomba, dögölj meg! Imádom a soundtracket. Emeltek még össze kell ebből a cuccból gyűjtenem még 2-t. Na de jó, de örülök én nektek. Na. Dögölj-bögölj, akarom mondani. Kili csurli. Na. Jó, hát majd cserélünk üzét. Karaktert. Aha, ja igen, ma most emeltek egy domainben vagyok. De régen láttam ilyen chestet. De cuki lettem. Valahogy volt egy olyan érzésem, hogy ez nem jó dolog. Hello! Aha, talán most jutok ki a domainből. Vagy mégse. Az biztos. Ez mind szép és jó. Mögöttem bezáródott az ajtó. És mi a lószar csinál? Investigate the car right far down. Ne röhögjé!
Ne arra! Nem arra.
Mellettem az ellen mondja, hogy ne arra, ne arra.
Nem arra. Arra.
Megvan. Na. Nem.
Nem oda. Hanem ott a megjelenés.
Ó. Észre se vettem. Na. Ajaj, nem érzem valami jól magam.
Most kétdimenziós.
Na. Csak kijutunk valamikor. Ja. Már megint? Nem már. Hát ezt nem bírom. Valamit főznek a szomszédban. Valami finomságot. Ja, hogy látnom kell ahhoz, hogy oda menjek. Az anyád úristenit! Megint vettél izé. Nem áll, hagyjál. A tillukomat... Na. Nem áll. Elmész a sunyiba. Szórakozol velem, ugye? Na igen, ezt nem szabadott volna. Közben köszönöm szépen ezért a hangot. Ilyet én is tudok. Ez szép és jó, de hol van a kép? Ja, aha. Hello.
What do we do? I haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Szerintem is. Mit eszel?
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious.
Basszus, a szomszéd főztem, amit olyan jó illata van.
Hagyma illata van.
Ja, igen, te nem szereted a hagymát, én viszont imádom.
Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We'd better make sure she's alright first.
Na, kinek repítettem le a fejét?
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Ez a Sunset Tea volt, ha jól láttam.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
Majdnem.
Huh?
Igen, ezt mondtad akkor is.
Relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Upszika, bocsánat. Bocsánat.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendroarchon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
No.
Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Éhes vagy, drága?
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if
Egyél napot.
somebody dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. All right, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. There are special.
De ugye te gyűjtöd össze hozzávalókat.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Na, már is kezdem a főzőcskézést. A dilukot is megethetjük. Jó lesz. Nagyon jó lesz. Hey, Paisa. Vagy nem tudom. Ó, basszus, nem ezt akartam.
Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this.
Hupszika. Jó, hogy megkaptam a hozzávalókat. Aha. Így már értem. Most már értem. Ugye kell nekem egy monstad. Sweet madame.
Még lunchbox.
Ah, aha.
Nem kell semmi.
Smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
Jaj. Igen. Igen, most. Jó, ezt most megcsináltuk, ugye meghallgattuk, úgyhogy most szépen kajálunk egy finomat. Valóságban is jó lenne, ilyen gyorsan tudnám elkészíteni a kajáinkat.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro-Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of spirit-born ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to
Korgi, köszönöm szépen a korgikat.
But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to achieve with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro-Archon.
Jaj, nyújtózkodtunk egyet.
Clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself, and they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life, I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
No, akkor megyünk tovább. Köszönöm szépen a figyelmeztetéseket. Basszus, most erre felkiáltva a Discord jutott eszembe, a Discord parancsok jutottak eszembe. Hello! Ébresztő? Az? Ha. Ja. Ó, de jó. Ha? Oda megyünk. Fuck. Jó napot kívánok! Megjöttem? Mondtam én. Basszus, büszkét a lábam, nem tudom mitől.
I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me?
Igaz, tényleg illik a hangjához egyébként az öreg úrnak. Ki nem mondom a nevét.
Kaje.
Kaje.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City
Berbere?
to assist them with a
Barbara
project,
helyett?
but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Fú, basszus, megijedtem.
Let me trips to Sumeru
Legalább azt írtad volna, hogy hello there. Megecsináld.
Nem.
How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher
Hmm?
I know.
Nem engedi.
He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at
Hogy?
Már csak 20 bitem van.
Na, erre meghalta. És?
Momentary distraction.
Órák kérdése, és eljutunk Sumeru Citybe. Na jó, nem? Csak napok kérdése. Hello!
Itt mi van?
Most mi a lényeg?
10.000-be kerül ez. Csak ez.
Na. Nem mit tással? Na szép.
Oda? Oda, igen.
Ha? Hát ahol ásott, oda megyek.
Igen, oda, küld meg el Dendróval.
Hello! Aha, ott a dendrokuli. Megint meg akartam nézni, de megint elfelejtettem. Hát megyünk Sumeruba tovább. Juhú!
Lesz még pár.
Hát 280 vagy 70 van, hogy mennyi?
280.
Tele van kutyával, de jó. Hol a kulim? Vagy alatta állok, vagy fölötte. Akkor fölött állok. Hehe. Uszikáljunk egy picikét. Káposzta. Az a cabbage. Az a káposzta. Jé, ott a izé, amit kerestem. Mino. Mino. Hát nem ezt akartam, de... Ja, így kell. Ja. Na, és most mennyi primónk van?
Lőd el.
Nem.
Szíves.
Megverjük a 3200-at, ami még nem tudom mikor fog eljönni. De mit ugrálsz? Mit ugrálsz? Rosszul írtad, bibibi.
Víz.
Nem. Nem. Szia, főként a kis cicája, babája. Egyébként lehet csatornapontokért jutifalizni a cicukát.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either
Igaz.
of the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal.
Rendben, köszi szépen, köszi, hogy voltál. Jó éjszakát!
Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Exactly.
Hogy mi van?
That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon.
Egyébként azon gondolkozom,
Teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon.
hogy most, hogy beértünk Sumeruba, teszünk egy próbát a viseléssel. Szóval kívánni fogunk a banneren. Ella itt mellette meg hevesen bólogat.
Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope.
No, beértünk Sumeruba, fölvesszük a kedves lootot. És bemegyünk a kívánságba. És kívánunk egy 10-et. Kívánjatok nekem szerencsét.
Várj, még nem.
Várok. Ella itt mellettem mondta, hogy várjak még egy picit. És akkor kezdődjék a kívánság. Hát nekem nem lesz soft pitim ebből, az biztos. Hát ez mélységesen elszomorít. Pedig már nem tudom, hanyadik kívánságnál tartok. Bocsi, ha lerepítem a füleket. Ne szopsál már. Mikor jön újra? 4 nap múlva. De akkor legyen ez. Egy a fene. Itt is ne. Pedig ez biztos, hogy 5, azt tudom. Van 6, akkor még 4. 4-szer 160, 160 meg 163, 20, akkor 640-et kellene összegyűjtenem, ha nem lenne 73-am. 500 valamennyi primót kell még összeszedjek.
Kékeket nem lövöd.
Ja, tényleg vannak kékeim is, ezt el is felejtettem. Gacsa, gacsa, pull. A gatyám is rámegy erre. Lehet pont azért hívják gacsának, mert hogy a gatyám is rámegy erre. Hát ez nem az én napom. Lüty, lüty. Jé, zöld. De se baj, majd legközelebb. Hello, kutyi! Igen, Fisher még csak C1-es. Nem vicces ilyenkor a járása.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see. Ah! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle that my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
I've been handed all the cumbersome tests
Na.
again.
Úgy néz ki, hogy mára egy kicsit hangos lett nálam a zene. Szóval azt akartam mondani, hogy úgy néz ki, hogy nálam most betelt pontosabban lejárt a stamina, hogy ilyen gamer kifejezést használjak. Szóval én itt le is zárnám a történetet. Folytatás az annak függvényében lesz, hogy egyáltalán be tudom üzemelni a saját gépem. Tudnék PS-en is játszani, de ott nem biztos, hogy be tudnám állítani úgy a dolgokat, hogy élvezhető is legyen a stream. És meglátjuk, hogy hát addig is ugye Zella gépén fogok tudni streamelni. Meglátjuk, hogy hogy fog működni. A legközelebbi stream az hétfőn lesz. És hát köszönöm szépen mindenkinek, aki itt volt, a biteket, a követéseket. És hát akkor hétfőn találkozunk 8 órakor. Mindenkinek jó éjszakát és kellemes estét kívánok. Sziasztok!